veterans we enjoy. Let us now honor and respect their efforts and our country. Civilian gentlemen, please remove your hats. All veterans, we encourage you to render the appropriate salute. And everyone able, stand at attention, placing your hand over your heart for the singing of our national anthem by the Brandywine Choir under the direction of Mrs. Denise Boger. Thank you, choir. Good afternoon. Ceremony. As we celebrate and honor the 60th graduating class at Brandywine Community Schools. Today we recognize a senior class that has amassed over $150,000 in college scholarships. A class whose seniors have received straight ones at both band and choir festivals. A senior class that has led their teams to championships in boys soccer, boys and girls basketball, wrestling, as well as a number of individual and team qualifiers at the state level. A senior class that has excelled in career and technical education fields, bringing home a host of accolades at the regional and state mites competition, and most importantly, a senior class who has been an absolute pleasure to be around for the past 9 months. Seniors, earlier this year, Andre Fluellen spoke to you about how our lives are a reflection of the 5 people we most spend our time with. Not only do I hope that you find 5 people that will build you up in your life, but I also challenge you with a strong sense of integrity, a person that others want to emulate and model their lives after. Congratulations. Our choir will now perform Just Believe, followed by the Brandywine Band, who will perform The Greatest Showman.
There's an open door, gotta find what I'm looking for, and I'm on my way. The time moves on and the days go by, but the sun don't set on the stars tonight, and I spread my wings. My time is now to make all my dreams come true, to let all the light shine through, so I can be everything I know that I can be. To find all the strength inside, maybe just watch me fly. Now I have all I need to find the best in me. Well, isn't it time I open my mind and just believe? Oh, just believe. I feel my heart beating like a drum. I'll never rest till the victory's won, and it's alright.
At this time, I would like to introduce
Holder.
You can put it in there if you'd like.
That'll work. On behalf of the Board of Education, I'd like to congratulate the class of 2022. Graduates, you deserve it. The road here today wasn't easy. In fact, it was downright hard. It marks the end of a chapter of your life and the beginning of another. But this next chapter is yours to write. Whatever your next chapter may be, college, military, the trades, or joining the workforce, I wish you all the success in the world. The future is yours. Once again, congratulations to the class of 2022. Go Cats. I'd like to introduce our Superintendent of Brandywine Community Schools, Ms. Karen Weimer.
Thank you. I would like to introduce the board before I start my official remarks. And to my right, we have Dennis Hinsey, our board president. Seated next to him is Janice Exner, vice president. Seated next to Mrs. Exner is Jason Spittler, secretary. Next to Mr. Spittler is I would like to take this opportunity to personally congratulate the class of 2022. We all know the past few years have not been easy, but as challenging as it has been, this class has not only survived, but they've thrived. They've adapted, they've learned, they've grown, and this will serve them well in the years to come as they meet and deal with the challenges that life will present. Class of human beings and the love of your family. And no matter where life takes you, please know that you are always welcome here at home at Brandywine. 2019, the Brandywine Schools Development Board wanted to recognize Brandywine alumni who have made significant accomplishments. Nominations were solicited for professional accomplishment, community volunteer service, and young alumnus, and our honorees were notified and then the world shut down. Then last year, things were still uncertain, so it was decided that the inaugural Distinguished Alumni Awards would take place graduation weekend of this year. And last night, there was a recognition dinner, and the following alumni were honored. Professional accomplishment, Dr. Jack Owicki, class of 1964. Community volunteer service, Jennifer Clark, class of 1973. And young alumnus, Ambrosia Nelden, class of 2009. Each of the honorees are here today to share with our seniors how Brandywine was foundational in their life's accomplishments. So at this time, I welcome Dr. Jack Owicki to the podium.
It's wonderful to be back at Brandywine and see what's changed and how it's still recognizable after so many years. I very much appreciate the work of the Distinguished Alumni Committee, especially people who've made during both the high school and what I knew as the junior high school, and meeting a lot of old friends. Brandywine launched me into adulthood. I had many memorable teachers, and I could go on at length about how important they were to me, but I'm just going to mention the two who had the most influence on me. The first was Bob Guntle, and I'm afraid it mean nothing to you as important as they are to people of my generation. Bob Guntle taught biology. He mentored me and helped me to grow in directions that I was already pointing myself. A very different man, Jim Rose, taught me English. And Jim helped show me that the humanities were interesting and important, and he helped keep me from being interested only in science and math. From important teachers have huge effects on you, and I experienced that at Brandywine. Now, what can I say in a couple of minutes that will be of any use to you, especially you sitting down there in front? It's always a good idea to try to put yourself in the shoes of other people, to try to understand, what's important to them and how they're thinking. I'm going to do that in your seats, right down here, 58 years ago. A Brandywine alum from 58 years before that was about to say a few words to us graduates. We have to imagine, of course, that there was a Brandywine in 1906, because that's when that would have been, when that person would have graduated. What could that person have said that would be meaningful to me, relevant to my life, removed by more than half a century from theirs? It would have to be, first of all, something that hadn't changed much in the 2 generations that separated us. It would also have to be something that is usually taught by experience, something that teenagers wouldn't be really fully aware of for the most part, or at least it wouldn't have sunk in at a gut. So here it is. Life is complicated. Life is very, very rich. Life is subtle. Be curious. Don't take things at face value. If someone offers you easy answers to big problems, there's a really good chance that they are either lazy or they are trying to sell you something. Floats in a sea of billions of trillions of stars. We experience the tiniest sliver of time on the scale of the billions of years of the age of the universe. If you step back and view things from this zoomed out perspective, you see how rare and how fragile our world is, and how we are all sailing through space and through time. We are all in this together. Everything depends upon us recognizing that. Everything does. And on acting accordingly. So thank you for your attention, and congratulations to the seniors.
Thank you, Dr. Owecki. My name, again, is Jennifer Clark, and I sat in your seats 49 years ago, graduating in 1973. And thank you to the committee for starting the process of knitting together this large body of alumni who love this school and all of you. And congratulations to the amazing, terrific class of 2022. Each and every one of you is a wonderful, diverse, fabulous person. So I congratulate you. I appreciate so much yesterday having a chance to talk to some of you during the picnic And that impressed upon me how serious it is that we take these few minutes together and I say something also that could be of use to you. So what I want to talk to you about today are the serious issues that face our world and our planet. The Ukrainian war. We have climate change that you can all see with the highest levels of flooding ever and with violent storms. We have mass shootings in schools, most recently of children in Texas. And we have a fractured political system that makes it difficult for our politicians to talk to each other. So I spent most of my adult life as a lawyer thinking about serious problems and how to solve them. And so I'm going to spend my few minutes with you humbly my ideas and insights about how you can help, how you have to help. First of all, I just want to say you should start right now. Don't wait. Don't wait for somebody to come and say, won't you do this? Don't think that you're too young. Young is a superpower. You have energy, you are not cynical, and you are not tired or disappointed or disillusioned. Start now. When at the Marjorie Stoneham Douglas High School, children were shot by a gunman. Started a movement, and what they did is they registered students all over the country to vote. They organized the largest mass protest in the country of youth, saying we've got to do something about mass gun violence. And they got states to pass laws, sensible laws to was finally, please take advantage of the privilege of living in a democracy. And in Washington, you can call them. Run for office. Michael Sessions was 18 years old when he ran for the mayor of Hillsdale. Your audacious awesomeness now to make things better. So it's not just that you can save the planet, but you must. No one else will do it. Thank you very much.
Well, that's a tough act to follow, but I realized that the graduates sitting before me today were in kindergarten when I myself graduated in 2009. Don't blink, kids. The days really fly by. It truly seems like just yesterday that I was sitting in the same seats as you, filled with a bundle of emotions ranging from excited to downright terrified, waiting for my name to be called. Help them. You will find people whose actions, culture, or behavior you don't understand. Get to know them. Today, loved ones, teachers, and friends are here to celebrate you. Appreciate them. This summer, you'll make memories as you say goodbye to old friends and hello to new ones. Cherish them. As long as you live, you will have good days and bad days. Give both your best effort and try again the next day. Graduates, just like and then, fellow Bobcats, you will know you have succeeded. Congratulations to the class of 22. I can't wait to see what you do.
I would now like to introduce the salutatorian for the class of 2022, Andrew Shadler.
Hello, I'm Andrew and I'm the salutatorian for this Brandywine class. I thought that honestly getting a B+ in chemistry class, I wouldn't have to be here today because I really hate speeches. Nevertheless, it has been a great 4 years of high school and an amazing educational experience here at Brandywine. I would like to thank all of the Brandywine teachers and staff for making my experience better. I would also like to thank all of my coaches who have been a part of my sports career here at Brandywine as well. I would like to thank parents for taking the time out of their day to take me to all the practices before I had licenses for all that type of stuff. Sports have been a huge part of my life and mean so much to me because they played a big part in introducing me to my best friends. From kicking balls over the fence on the playground to walking across the stage, my friends have always been there with me, so I thank them for that. This past year has been one of the most stressful years of my life, between doing homework for my classes, playing sports, applying to colleges, and later preparing to attend Michigan State University. The weekends were my only days where I could truly relax. Until Sunday night came around, and I would have to rush and stay up to get all of my homework done that I put off. I would like to specifically thank Mr. Morey for giving his calculus class a packet of homework every night, no matter what. There were many times throughout the year when I thought to myself, why did I take this class? However, we as students have grown so much over the past 4 years of high school. I never have, though, because these 4 years have just flown by. It feels like just yesterday I was a scared freshman at the bottom of the totem pole, and now I'm wearing my cap and gown ready to go off to college. We may not know what the future holds, but leaving here we will be prepared to deal with whatever life throws at us. We will always be Bobcats, no matter what. Next up, we have valedictorian.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Billy Gibson, and I am one of your valedictorians. Now, before I give my speech, I would like to say happy birthday to my dad, because today is actually his birthday. So, Dad, my birthday present to you is I'm graduating. I'm sorry I couldn't get the statue in time. Sorry. I would like to say to all of my fellow classmates, congratulations, guys. We did it. We finished one of the biggest chapters of our lives, and now it's time to move on to the own personal cinematic universes. It's amazing to think how we all finished 12 years of school, and we're now about to start our futures. I like to think that our time in elementary school, middle school, and high school is the first film in a long series of movies that represents all of our lives. And the sequel is now beginning production. And I still wonder, man, how did we get here from preschool and kindergarten to now? Well, I'll tell all of you in this gym right now. I don't know. But we all made it. And all of the hard work that we have put into these past several years have paid off. And the best is yet to come. And that's not to say that this class experiences have included the whole class, whether it be going to the South Bend Cubs games back in middle school, or the countless amount of field days we had in elementary school. But a moment that I think really we were as human beings and as friends was 5th grade camp. 5th grade camp really brought us all together. We spent 3 days together, and all we did was canoe, we dissected frogs, we did so many team building activities, and we got to play Predator versus Predator. Song from SpongeBob. And I am not kidding when I say that. But I think 5th grade camp really shaped all of the longtime Brandywine students, and it helped build relationships with both longtime and newer members of this class before you today. And with 5th grade camp, after those relationships were formed, we all blossomed with new traits. Whether it be a sharp mind like Connor Sobecki, a persevering spirit like leadership skills like Ava Perez Gonzalez, or if you're like me, and the trait you bring to the table is 85 decks of playing cards. I collect playing cards if you can't tell. But no, all of those traits that we have brought to the table will benefit us in our careers. And we can each use those talents individually, and we can make something amazing. Now, to all of our teachers, past and present, for all of the education that you have provided throughout the years. To our custodial staff and our lunch staff, thank you for keeping our school clean and our bellies full. To the board, thank you very much for being on this board, and thank you for leading such a great school district. To all of the families here, thank you so much for for being part of our lives and helping us get through our high school years. And I would like to thank Mr. Travis Walker for becoming our next superintendent. Can we give them a round of applause, please? Now, there is one person that I personally would like to thank. My sister, Elizabeth. Elizabeth was born with a condition called cerebral palsy, and that doesn't allow her to control her muscle movements. When I was 10 years old, I had to help my parents take care of her. I've encountered a lot of struggles. Every so tough that I thought I couldn't handle it, I have pushed through it because I never wanted to give up for my little sister. So this is my parting message to all of the people here in this gym, because this is the lesson that Lizzie has taught me for 9 years. If a task seems too impossible, it's not. There is a way to success. Lizzie has taught me several years. And I really hope that you have an inspiration like I have with Lizzie. Thank you all very much, and congratulations, class of 2022. Go Bobcats! And now, please welcome our next valedictorian, Olivia Larita.
I would first like to start this off by a promise that I gave to one of my favorite coaches, Josh Hood, that I would shout him out at the start of my speech. So shout out my favorite coach, Josh Hood. Congratulations, everyone. I just want to tell a small story and share kind of what I've learned as schools come to an end. Our high school experience. I'm sure plenty of people here would choose words that can't really be. We had our ups and downs, and we had a long few years. However, my answer was fun, stressful, and competitive. Of course, that was keeping it pretty simple to describe the last 4 years of our lives with the pandemic, and it's been long. Everyone gave their answers, and the one that many of us had in common was fun, even if I was. But no one else said it was competitive. I felt like there was a lot of competing. There's sports, academics, and recently trying to get into college. I always knew that I was competing against others for something. A spot on a team, to earn a scholarship, even to be one of the people to speak on the stage today. But before this conversation, I would have never described myself as a competitive person. I thought maybe I was in denial and just didn't want to believe that I was that person who saw everything as a competition. And sure, everyone loves a little healthy competition, and it can be important, but what we should worry about isn't with each other, it's with ourselves. I know I've heard this somewhere, so I'm paraphrasing here, but the only person we should be competing with is the person that we were yesterday. Lost my spot. In the day before that. If each step you take in your path makes you happy, then you're winning the only competition that actually matters. We shouldn't worry about who's going to the best college, who's getting the best job, or who'll have the most zeros on their paychecks. Or how happy we'll be. We end up in different places, but this doesn't mean we can't all succeed. Success looks different for everyone. So make the decisions and do the things that feel like success to you. This may sound cheesy, but I'm honestly excited to see where all of us end up in the future, and I hope that we can all find a way to pursue what makes us happy. We're all so different and so unique, and I'm just so excited that we can all take this next step and that we've all gotten this far. So the last thing I learned in high school was that I'm a little competitive. own way. Yesterday, we were graduates, so I guess you could say we already won something today. Thank you. And our next valedictorian is Connor Sobecki.
Thank you. It's hard for me to stand up here before you all graduate and no longer a student, and I'm sure that many of you feel the same way. 13 years ago, when I was in Mrs. Gleason's Young Fives class at Merritt, it seemed like this day would never come. But now, as I look back, it has come all too soon. Over the last decade, I've gotten to know many of you very well. I also learned a lot about myself, this school, and our community. 4 years have come and gone, and I wouldn't trade those 4 years for anything. All the late nights, early mornings, countless practices and games, the wins and the losses. The hours of sitting in the classroom, and it all comes down to this. Been through, we now have only this one last adventure together, where we walk across that we worked so hard for years. Although this journey may be done, a bigger one is just beginning. One that will take some of us across the country and the world as we go off on our own, forge our own paths, and live our own lives. The people in this class are capable of great things, and I cannot wait to see the impact that we'll make on the world in the years to come. Lastly, I would like to thank all the teachers, administrators, coaches, parents, and towards success during our high school careers, because none of us are here right now. 2022, as you leave here today and follow whatever path your life takes you, do your best, work hard, and never forget where you came from. I'd like to invite you to now enjoy the choir's performance of Like an Eagle.
Okay, the moment you've been waiting for. Mr. Hinsey, the high school office staff and I have examined the records for the members of the class of 2022. We have determined that these students have met the standards of the state of Michigan and the more stringent requirements of Brandywine High School as established by the Brandywine Board of Education. It is my recommendation that these students be granted a Brandywine High School diploma.
Mr. Walker, I accept your recommendation on behalf of the Board of Education. At this time, we will grant these qualifying students of the class of 2022 a Brandywine High School diploma.
I would now like to invite Senior Class Advisor, Mr. Dave Rader, up to the podium to announce our graduating seniors.
Jessica Bailey Williamson. William A. Gibson. Olivia Rose Larita. Tyler Allen Deming. Haley L. Scott. Connor E. Sabecki. Carla Avina Rio. Andrew Joseph Shadler. Emma Lee Hinsey. Carson Christopher Knapp. Brianna J. Fisher. Bailey Alexa Seneff. Saul Gonzalez Luis. Connor Jacob Tittle. Natalia Rianne Adams. James Roger Barnes. Ashley Ryan Carroll. Christian Michael Lockwood. Miranda Bell Churchill. Dakota Lee Jones. Raylee Marshall Franks. Ivory Antonio McCullough. Isabella Juliet Cano Strala. Micah Jeffrey Colby. Sierra Ann Casto. Hayden Gage Horvath. Alexis Ann Cox. Blake Orion Krieger. Cassandra K. Gosa. Stephen Andrew Collins. Chloe Liliana Hart. Jesse James Allen. Reem Lee. Justin Salinas. Davina Jade Mays. Cedric Lance Williamson. Grace Ann Major. Matthew Aaron Hickok Jr. Allison Christine Laurie. Dakota M. Metz. Tyler Tony Marie Doyle. Jaden D. Acevedo Penny. Shannon Marie McCubbin. Garrett Mitchell Stoneburner. Kyle Richard Welch. Autumn Lee Miller. Aiden Lee McCaslin. Hannah M. Reel. Robert Young. Allison Paige Stedman. Caden Andrew Garrett. Amethyst R. Van Erman. Wesley J. Marlin. Ava Perez Gonzalez. Brendan Elijah Kozier. Christina Ann Ritchie. Jace Grant Valade. Elizabeth Renee Stockdale. Joel Edward Stockdale. Ivy Guadalupe Herrera. Sean Thomas Hack. Jamie Nicole White. Thorne Michael Logan Newman. Chloe K. McKenna. Chloe Davis. Nakira Jenna Washington. Celine C. Kellums. Emily Morgan Farmer. And Bryce Edward Vance. I would like Rios to the stage, class president.
Fellow classmates, I'd like to invite you all now to turn your tassels from right to left. Congratulations.
I would like to thank all those who joined us here today, especially us in spirit. I would also like to thank all those who played a role in helping make today's ceremony possible, and thank you to our band and choir for your wonderful performances. And a special thanks to our custodial and maintenance staff, Mrs. Knapp, Mr. Hood, Mrs. Rader, and Mr. Rader. Ladies and gentlemen, I now present to you the Brandywine High School class of 2022.